All week on this channel, I have been giving you an early look at the upcoming wave of Black Series figures, and today we have our final video in the series looking at the 3 figures from Andor. Whenever friends who aren't really up to date with Star Wars ask me what they should watch, I always tell them if you liked Star Wars as a kid, check out The Mandalorian Season 1 and 2. If you just like good TV, watch Andor. And I just hope Season 2 lives up to the amazingness that was Season 1. So K2SO has been out for a while, and it's never been the best figure in terms of like ability to stand and that sort of thing. The joints felt nice and tight on this one, but overall it's the same figure, so I'm not going to review him today. There's plenty of other reviews on YouTube if this is your first time being interested in that character. But let's just start looking at Cassian for now. I have to say this is one of my favorite outfits in Star Wars period. I didn't realize that this is the outfit he wears in the beginning of Rogue One. So if you don't have an Andor section on your shelf but you love this look, you can just always put this on your Rogue One shelf. I'd say this sculpt just looks like the best of what we are getting out of the Black Series these days, and the likeness is so good. We're gonna see what that head looks like on other figures from Andor's past. And we are going to give this a little bit of a matte spray because he is quite shiny. There's something about Cassian, he's always shiny. Looks like we have a brand new sculpt for the blaster here. This is a really cool looking one, and it does fit into the holster. It would be weird if it didn't. And he comes with a second blaster here. I don't know which he uses in what scene. I guess we haven't seen Season 2 of Andor yet, but I guess we'll find out, and it'll be nice to have that option. So here he is on my Rogue One custom here. I just doubled up Cassian's vest, painted it blue to look like that puffy vest he wears in some of the scenes. And now I'm realizing that we have seen that blaster type before. I don't know if it's the same sculpt, but the newer one definitely has better paint apps. And the head is looking a little bit small on the Season 1 body. I wouldn't recommend doing this one, but if you want to, you have that option. But he's only in this outfit for like a minute in the original show. So I'm gonna go with my favorite matte spray here, the Mr. Super Clear, and you can see how much that shine has been taken down. I sprayed the jacket and the body separately so I can kind of get under the vest there to get his chest, because that was looking really shiny, and I think this is looking a lot better. And comparing it to previous head sculpts, you know, I think they really nailed it this time. The paint and the hair, everything just looks great. Also, knowing that this is his first appearance in Star Wars period, I think just kind of makes this the definitive Cassian Andor figure. Dedra Meero was probably one of my favorite characters in Andor, and the fact that she didn't come out with that initial wave, I didn't think we'd see her until Season 2 was like already airing. I was so excited about that character that I actually had a custom made, so I commissioned a head sculpt. I got Fett Clone to paint it for me, and Frederick's Figures made this body. We'll see how that custom head sculpt looks on this new body, because it's just a cleaner white and a little bit more screen accurate. But we got pretty close. I have to say I'm pretty proud, especially with the data pad. Like, the one on the left is the one that I sculpted and painted myself. I think we did a pretty decent job. So she comes with what looks like Han Solo's blaster, but it's actually a separate sculpt from what we've seen before. So this is the one that came with Mara Jade. You can see the new one is a little bit bigger, a little bit less skinny. And we did have a good feeling that Dedra was coming, because we did get this Tala body from the Kenobi series, and once we had the female Imperial officer sculpt, it seemed like Dedra was guaranteed. But I'm surprised how much is new on Dedra. The torso and the skirt, as well as the belt, and with, you know, without the holster, is all new. It looks like the arms and the legs are the same, which is totally fine for a figure like this. The datapad does seem to be missing some detail. We don't really need a print on there, would be cool, but even just if the screen was like a little bit lighter instead of just pure black. But I guess it's going to be facing her on your shelf for 99% of poses. So if you did want to get a more realistic paint job from Fett Clone on my sculpt, this is what that looks like. Both the files for the datapad and her head are on my Patreon. And as close as Hasbro got with her likeness, I think I'm going to go with the more realistic paint job. I just can't waste a good custom head sculpt. So a bit of a quicker one today, but I think both Dedra and Cassian are just like 5 out of 5s. I don't really rate figures, but I have no notes on these, honestly. Just slight little nitpicks maybe, but this is sort of what I expect as the best possible version of what you get out of a $25 action figure. I'm really curious to see how these sell. Let me know in the comments below if you'll be picking any of these up. Please leave a like and subscribe if you did enjoy the video. Check out the rest of my reviews that are on your screen now. I will see you all next time.